Good morning, everybody. I can see there are some people tuning into the live stream, which is awesome. We are 100% live, so no idea if anyone's on the other end yet. We're about to get set up for our Catholic Rosary trivia quiz. Not quite sure why it's called that, but you're very welcome. It's lovely to see you. My name's Tom. If I've not met you before, you might have seen me around school. We're starting to try and do some new things with our form time prayers and such like, and hopefully you guys can hear me okay. If you are watching via the Living Words site, that's great. If you want to click through that link and then reload it on YouTube, you can also join the live chat as well, which will mean that you can send me messages and tell me things. But if you can see the screen, which hopefully you can join the Catholic Rosary trivia quiz this morning by scanning that QR code or going to crowdparty.app and entering that code, which is 76895. Now, we've got 10 player slots available this morning. So you might need to get into teams, because I know there are 4 forms potentially watching this morning. So if you want to get a team, just scan the code, log in, enter your team name, and that should hello Finley. Finley's arrived. Amazing. If you want to join up, I say that we've only got 10 player slots, thank you very much, Finley, for joining us. It's great to have you with us. First one in there. Oh, and Ruby's in there as well. Double exclamation mark. Hello, Lily. Look at this. The teams are coming in. As I said, we've only got 10 team slots. So in each form, I think there are 4 forms playing. Make sure we don't have more than 2 teams. Otherwise, well, two or 3 teams, just to make sure there's room for everybody to get in there. We'll wait a couple more minutes before we start. Thank you, 12LT. We're working all together. Molly and Emma, what a team. Look at that. Very excited. Hello, A&I. Hello, lovely to see you. This is great. This is very exciting. I wasn't sure whether this would all work. We've not tried this platform before. This is brand new to me as well. What's going to happen is I am going to start the quiz in a moment when we've got everyone on board, and then in between each question we'll be able to do a bit of explanation. There's quite a lot of stuff about the Rosary this week. I don't know if you've checked out what this week's Word of the Week is, but there are lots of facts and lots of things to know. Obviously, don't be not cool and be cool and don't use your phone, and don't cheat about this either. Definitely work together as a team, and obviously the leaderboard will appear. And just a top tip as well, it is ranked on how fast you answer the question as well. So the quicker you get in there. Hello 13FSM, good to see you this morning. Loving the avatar there. The quicker you get in to a question, the more points you get. There are 10 rounds today, and we'll see who is crowned the winner. There are chocolate-based prizes available tomorrow in the Chaplaincy Hub for anyone who wants to come down and get them. One thing we would also like just to put out a little pitch for as well, if you do come down and collect your chocolates, if you'd be up for being interviewed on camera so that we could film you for our next Living Word video, that would be awesome as well. Okay, we've got our 6 players are in. I think we're going to get cracking. We're going to give 1 more minute, just to 8:55, just so we make sure every team who wants to get in is in. And again, if you do click through the link that you're watching on, or just click on the Watch on YouTube link, you can then join the YouTube live chat as well, which means you can share things with each other. But I think we're going to be okay, people. We've got 6 players. Feeling confident this morning. Hopefully you're ready for this. It is all about the Rosary. Now, if you've not met the Rosary before, I'm not going to tell you anything about it until we've done the quiz. And as the quiz goes on, we might learn a bit more about it. You may have come across this before as a faith thing, and if faith is not something you do, then you might never have met this thing before. But it is that kind of bead of that kind of necklace of beads that you kind of sometimes see around. There are rosaries coming to every form this week as well. You'll see them everywhere. But do we understand what they are, where they're from, and what they mean? So we're going to do that in just a second. It is 8:55. We're going to start. We've got 6 players. I'm going to click on the start button. Here we go. I'm very excited. First question is going to come straight up after the introductions. Remember, fastest finger first. Answer on your phones. More points for the earliest answer. No points for the wrong answer. Here we go. Okay, we're on. Let's see. Here we go. We've got some answers in there. What do the beads on a rosary represent? 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 Okay. We've got 4 4 answers saying prayers. Congratulations. Now, I've just realised that there's probably a little bit of a delay between what you see on YouTube and what you see on your phones. The good thing is hopefully the questions will be on your phones, which is good, which is why 4 teams have done that. So I will give you a heads up on YouTube that I'm going to hit the next question, and then actually click the button a little bit later because there's about a 30-second delay. But you're absolutely right. The beads on a rosary represent different prayers, and the idea is all the beads are there to help you remember which prayer to say next. Marvellous. Let's go and let's have a look and let's see. Oh, look at that. Well done, Ruby. 139 points. Just beating A and I. That's fantastic. Right. Next prayer. Which prayer is said while holding the crucifix? Okay. Which prayer is said while holding the crucifix? Okay. So this should be popping up on your phones right now, but not popping up on your screens right now. Oh, look. All 5 went for the Our Father. But the answer is in fact the Apostles' Creed. Okay, so clearly when I click the next round button, it starts the question next straight away. Well done for answering quickly. Unfortunately, no one got it right. Now, interestingly, at the start of the Rosary, not a lot of people know this, we say the Creed. Now, the Creed is a prayer where we basically just talk about the different things that we believe as a church, and the Apostles' Creed is the shorter version of that. So you say it whilst holding the crucifix at the start, and that's the Apostles' Creed. So I'm going to press the button in about 10 seconds and I'm going to let the delay happen. You're going to see the leaderboard flash up on the screen, and then again, watch your phones because the question I think will come up quicker on the phone than it will on the screen. I love it. Every day's a school day. We're learning about this. Here we go. Obviously no points there for anybody. Okay, I'm just thinking if I pause that, if I pause it, I can wait for the question to come up. Okay, that's better. Here we go. What are the 5 sets of 10 beads called? Okay, we'll make that live again now so you can answer. What are the 5 sets of 10 beads called? Sections, chapters, decades, and mysteries. Okay, the right answer was decades. Oh, we've got a bit of a split there. We've got a bit of a split between decades and mysteries. Now, the clue is in the name, okay? Because decade means 10. Dec is the Latin root for 10. And I'm very impressed that people recognise that mysteries are indeed, in fact, something in the Rosary, because they are, but they are not the 10 sets of beads. The mysteries come in between the beads. We'll explain what they are in a minute. Doing really, really well. Great stuff. Let's have a look at the scoreboard, and then we should be able to pause it. Oh, A and I taking a lead with 300 points at the top, 13 FSM coming up there. Right, I've figured out I can now pause the questions until you can see the questions, and that should be paused on your phones as well, which is good. So as I said before, there are mysteries that are different stories that intersperse the decades of the Rosary, but which mystery focuses on Jesus's birth? Okay, I'm going to unpause it in just a moment, and then we can go live. Remember, fastest finger first, watch your phones. Oh, the tension. I love it. Those answers to come in. We got set. Wow, here we go. Okay, now we're talking. Right. Everyone's on board with that one. You're absolutely right. The mystery that focuses on Jesus' birth is called the Nativity. We may have even been a nativity. You might have even been a person who had a really badly fitting costume and a tea towel tied around your head as a shepherd in your school nativity at some point. Yeah, absolutely. One of the best ways someone described the nativity, the Rosary to me was it's a bit like Mary's photo reel. It goes through the different moments, the key moments in hers and Jesus' relationship and life, and probably nothing more important than the moment at which she gave birth. So let's head into the next round. We'll see the leaderboard flash up very quickly, and then I'll pause it just to let everyone catch up. Here we go. A and I pushing out in front, 13 FSM coming up very close behind. Right, let's pause it again there. Okay, now I'm hoping this one's going to be fairly straightforward if we're figuring out the mechanics of all this. I'm going to unpause it in just a second. How many Hail Marys are said in each decade? Here we go. Questions should be coming up right about now. How many Hail Marys are said in each decade? This is all going to be fastest finger first. We're going to know this one. I'm feeling confident about this one. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, again, clues in the title. How many Hail Marys is decade? A decade is 10, or 10 of something, like a decade in years. And so you're right, it's 10 Hail Marys said in a decade, not 12 or 5, unfortunately, which means that this will have had a bit of an impact on the scoreboard. Again, I'm going to pop this up on the screen. Pause the next question. Let's have a catch up. Let's have a look right now. We're doing it now. Oh, it's getting very close at the top. There's only literally about a few milliseconds in there. Now, this is really when it's going to get tough, okay? There are 5 different mysteries of the Rosary, okay? And one of them is the joyful mysteries. They are actually my favourite, which talk about joyful moments in Jesus' life. So thinking about it, what might be the third one, the middle moment, the middle joyful mystery, okay? So this isn't going to be the start of Jesus' life. It's not going to be the end of Jesus' life. What might be the third mystery in the joyful mysteries? Okay, this is a tricky one. Okay, let's see where we get on. Questions are coming in. Oh, okay. Now, interestingly, bit of a trick question there, and I apologise because you're right. You think it's not going to be the beginning of Jesus' life, so it must be one of the other ones, right? Well, actually, the story of Jesus starts before Jesus is born. There's quite a lot of story where Jesus is in Mary's tummy. The start of Jesus' story actually is the Annunciation, when the Mary is told by the angel she's going to have a baby. The next kind of mystery is the visitation, where Mary goes to visit her cousin Elizabeth and says, I'm having a baby. And then the third joyful mystery is actually the nativity of Jesus. So whilst it was a bit of a trick question, I was a bit mean there, the start of Jesus' story is actually when the announcement of his birth happens, when the angel comes down, not when he's actually born, because quite a lot of stuff happens in the Bible before that point. Okay, let's have a look at the quiz questions. We're going to go on. I'll pause it on the next question. We've got 4 more rounds to go. Oh, it's very close at the top still. Doing very well indeed. Still time for a comeback. What's the purpose of praying the Rosary? What is the purpose? Why do we do it? Why do we pray the Rosary? I'm going to start the questions off in a minute. Let's get those fastest fingers in first. Here we go. Oh, well done. But it's all going to be about who got it fastest. You're right. Interestingly, we hear a lot about mindfulness and well-being and kind of taking time out. That's kind of very trendy at the moment, as well it should be. Thing is, the Catholic Church has been doing it for a long time, like hundreds of years. The Rosary has been around for hundreds of years. And it was a very kind of simple form of meditation, a way of not having to think about what to say or what to do, because the words, you just repeat the words over and again, a bit like a mantra. We see that in other faiths as well. And it was a way of just coming together in prayer. It was a way of doing something physical with our hands or with our bodies to help us focus our minds, in the same way prayer beads work for lots of different religions. And it was meditation and prayer. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. We'll pause on the next question. Only 2 more questions after this. Oh, it's still very close at the top. Well done, team. You're doing really good here. Let's pause that question. Which month in the year is dedicated to the Rosary? I wonder which month in the year is dedicated to the Rosary. Let's have a look. And the fastest fingers start now. Which month is dedicated to the Rosary? I wonder. It's a tough one, this one. Let's have a look, see how we're getting on. Oh, now, okay. Interesting and well done, kind of. So those of you who click May, you're absolutely right. May is a month dedicated to Mary. Okay, and we also have lots of May things. Our ladies' schools that have got Our Lady and do like May processions. May is Mary. Everyone loves a bit of Mary in May. Fantastic. But October is the month dedicated to the Holy Rosary, because the Holy Rosary feast is celebrated on the 7th of October, and it's also the reason that the word of the week is Rosary this week. All of the words of the week that we have are not just random words, they're all chosen to connect with the wider life of the Church. So the reason we're doing Rosary this week is because the Feast of the Holy Rosary is this week, and the month of October, the whole of the month, is dedicated to praying the Rosary. So well done. Let's see how that affects the leaderboard. Oh, it's still the same 2 top teams at the top. It's very close. Ruby's coming up though. I think you're catching up there, Ruby. Now, if you remember rightly, I've already given you the answer to this question. Oh, I wonder how we're going to get on. I'm going to unleash the question. Let's have a see how we do. First joyful mystery. remember that third joyful mystery was Jesus being born, the Nativity. But what's the first joyful mystery? Have we given the answer for this one? Yes, well done, good listening. The Annunciation, the point at which Mary is told by the angel Gabriel she's going to have a baby. Now, interestingly, I'm sure Mary was pretty happy at the time. Thing is, Mary was probably about 14 years old. She was probably in year 9 when she found out she was going to have a baby, and so I imagine that she would also have been a bit scared and a bit terrified. And also then to be told she was having a baby that was going to be the Son of God, I think that's quite a big deal. Yes, joyful, but also lots of different emotions, I imagine. But well remembered, the Visitation is the second joyful mystery. That's when she goes to tell her cousin Elizabeth, who, true fact, ends up being the mother of John the Baptist, because they're related. How good is that? Right, we've got one question to go. Let's have a look at the leaderboard and then the final question. Let's see who's going to take the prize and the chocolate in a couple of days' time. Here we go. Oh, 13 FSM last minute surge. It's all down to the last question. Oh, here we go. Okay, who popularized the Rosary devotion? Which saint? Okay, there's no way you'll know this unless you know this. There is a saint who in the 15th century received the Rosary in a vision from Our Lady. It was one of these saints. It was a few hundred years ago. Let's see who takes the prize with a last minute switch of leader into the last round. Here we go. Oh, it's so exciting. I did not think it would be this close. Or this tense. I mean, you might not be feeling it's very tense. I've no idea how you're feeling. I can't see you or hear you, but hopefully you're having a good time. We have got, let's have a look. 2, 1, time is up. Hello, well done. Those two people that knew it was Saint Dominic. It absolutely is Saint Dominic. Saint Dominic is credited, and you maybe remember that from the video because I did mention that in the video yesterday or the day before, whenever you watched it. So well done. Now, question is, has that done anything to the leaderboard? Let's have a look. The game is over. Let's see where we are. Oh, 13 FSM. Congratulations. Well done. You have taken the prize with a whopping 553 points. Congratulations. Ruby, very close second, and joint second with A&I on 475. Molly, I know 350. Fiddly 324. Liam 265. 12 LT 100 points. Not quite sure what happened to our 8th competitor, but well done, everybody. Fantastic work. It's all a bit of fun this morning. I've definitely learned a lot about what's going to work and how this might work going forward. I really hope that we can get this as part of our regular suite of things that we do in form. I think it's a bit of fun. But the idea is that we also learn a bit about our faith as well, because the Rosary is not something we do all the time or something we connect with all the time, but it is a really powerful and beautiful way of praying. It is a really special thing that we have in the church and we've had for hundreds of years. It's a very ancient tradition. If you want to come down to the Chaplaincy Hub on Friday, there are some Rosary sets, I think, if you'd like one. And if we haven't got any left, we can get you one because the whole of the month of October is for Rosaries. But most importantly, if you'd like to come down and to collect your prizes, that'll be amazing. But also to be in our video for next week. We haven't actually filmed it next week. The word of the week next week is inclusion. We would love some hosts for that to help Lucy with filming that on Friday if you can. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. You guys have got the rest of your day to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining us. Please leave your feedback. Let me know how you got on.